as local news gets. News 12, Long Island.
Our top stories this Sunday, July 21st. New information on a fatal car accident in Yaphank. Plus, a body found in Hempstead Lake Park has been identified as a missing Garden City woman. Welcome to News 12 Long Island. I'm Stephanie Tsoflias in for Mary McKenzie. We'll have more on those stories in just a minute. But first, here's Sam Augiri with your weekend weather. I am so glad that the humidity is gone and we can go to the beach.
Right, and not sweat the second you step outside.
We love it, Sam. Thanks. Well, it's unclear what caused a driver to lose control of his car last night in a deadly crash in Yaphank. This was the scene around 7:30 at Horseblock Road and Yaphank Avenue. Police say Christopher Torres crossed into the eastbound lanes, striking two cars. Torres was airlifted to Stony Brook University Hospital in critical condition. His passenger was pronounced dead at the scene. The other drivers and one passenger were treated for minor injuries. The investigation is underway. Anyone with information on the crash is asked to contact the 5th Squad detectives at 631-854-8552. Now, several people are lucky to be alive after an overnight crash in Merrick. It happened just before midnight between Merrick Avenue and Babylon Turnpike. We're hearing that one driver was going over 100 miles an hour when he slammed into the back of another vehicle. Incredibly, there are no reports of any serious injuries. Now, a Hicksville man was allegedly high when he hit a state trooper on the Northern State Parkway. Chopper 12 was over the scene last night in Westbury. Police tell us that the trooper had pulled a vehicle over for speeding when he was hit by Michael Rourke's Cadillac. It happened after O'Rourke slammed into another vehicle while changing lanes. The trooper is expected to be okay. Two other women were hurt in the crash. Eastbound traffic was diverted to the Meadowbrook Parkway while police investigated. A body found at Hempstead Lake State Park has been identified as a missing Garden City woman. Catherine Brady's body was found Thursday night in an overgrown area with poison ivy. As News 12 has reported, the 28-year-old had been missing for more than a month. An autopsy will be performed to determine her cause of death. A 6.9 magnitude earthquake rocked New Zealand this morning. Check out this surveillance video taken inside a Wellington newsroom. You can see as, wow, those scared journalists are ducking and running for the ground, running for cover as the ground beneath them shakes. The U.S. Geology Service says the quake's epicenter was just 35 miles from the city. It's the latest in a series of tremors that have jolted New Zealand's North Island in the past few days. No word yet if anyone was hurt. 20 cars were torched and 4 people detained after a second night of violence near Paris. Police say more than 50 people took to the streets last night in an apparent protest over the enforcement of a ban on Islamic face veils. France's interior minister says the police presence will be reinforced in the area until the protests end. Now back here in the States, some wild weather to show you this morning. Heavy rains continue to pound Las Vegas. People had to get out and push their cars through the flood waters. A flash flood watch remains in effect until tomorrow. And more heavy rain, this time in Georgia. The water washed away part of the road here in Gainesville. More than 100 families were affected. And authorities had to close off part of an Ohio college campus when a huge section of the campus gym collapsed. The school's president believes a tornado caused the damage because there were several trees knocked down as well. Overnight storms in the area caused some heavy rain and strong winds. Now, you know what, Sam? I've actually seen a tornado in Florida, and it's incredible. I mean, they take cars, and I've seen cars pile on top of one another. Good news is that we have great weather coming our way. None of that wild thunderstorm stuff, and we didn't have it yesterday either.
Yeah, no, we're really looking good. You know, we had that slight chance of severe storms.
I'm Stephanie Tsoflias. Here's the latest on News 12 Long Island. More than 200 firefighters are still working to contain the Pacifica fire. 500-acre blaze has already destroyed at least one house and was threatening hundreds of buildings and vehicles. Dozens of people have been evacuated. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Now, this California mom was arrested after her 10-year-old son was found chained up and crying in an apartment building courtyard. The boy was bound around his ankles with a lock chain when he escaped his mother's apartment. A passerby found him and called police. 37-year-old Irma Navarro faces child cruelty charges. All righty, call it the Great Kate Wait. Journalists and royal family fans still camped out outside London's St. Mary's Hospital. They're waiting for news on the birth of the royal baby. And clearly, they're still waiting. We'll let you know as soon as that royal bundle of joy arrives. All right, a little country music does a body good, right? Well, especially if you can enjoy it with the whole family. Here's Elisa with a look at what's going on.